Hello and welcome to the next of these series of information videos for staff. I'm Rob McAllen, Chair of the University's Academic Development and Standards Committee, and today I'm joined by my colleague John McNulty, who's Director of Academic Services, to talk a little bit more about the preparations for the coming academic year from a curriculum and examinations viewpoint. Good afternoon, John.
Good afternoon, Rob.
So John, we could quite easily say COVID's had a massive impact on all aspects of university life, but in particular, with regards to preparations for the coming academic year, how do you feel the university has dealt with?
Yeah, I mean, certainly the COVID-19 crisis is, of course, challenging for all of us. And I think to date we've done really well, actually, in responding to the crisis, particularly in the area of assessment, where all of the colleges, the Students' Union and professional services have come together and worked extremely well as members of the Exams Business Continuity Group. And that group has proven itself to be a really effective forum for highlighting and resolving the various assessment issues that have arisen. And we've had great engagement and support from everyone, and it's important to acknowledge that. So just taking that momentum, what we've decided is that we'll do when we're preparing, as we're preparing for the new academic year, we're going to take advantage of the structure and, as I say, the momentum of the Exams Business Continuity Group by using it to formally track the remaining high priority operation issues that we will need to resolve ahead of the new academic year. Issues around timetable, registration, curriculum, orientation and student experience are amongst the types of items that we are going to have to discuss. I guess we should also remember and be reassured that much of the preparatory work is already well underway within colleges and functional areas. And of course, preparing for any new academic year is not something new to the university. Essentially, the work of this group will just be to help remove some of the ambiguity that might be remaining for staff and promote consistency in approach and evenness in the student experience. And we will focus heavily on both internal and external communication. The group will meet weekly until the start of November. And that really is to make sure that we prepare well before the start of the academic year, and also to make sure that we transition into the new academic year and we achieve a level of stability as soon as possible.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I guess, you know, there's been a lot of talk recently about the changes in our approach to teaching that we're going to have to do in this next academic year. And I guess that's had knock-on effects in terms of our curriculum with changes in semester, assessment, teaching methods and the like. So how's the university managing these exceptional revisions to the curriculum that have had to come up?
Absolutely, Rob. It certainly has had an impact. And again, we've taken a partnership approach here, working very closely with colleges. The Office of Academic Programmes and Regulations have led out on this, finalising exceptional changes to the curriculum. So our colleges have worked extremely hard to meet a deadline of July 20 to finalise exceptional changes. And that work is critical in terms of finalising programme structures that drive student registration, timetabling, examinations, class lists, and subsequently access to key services for students, including Canvas, the library and IT services. Still, understandably, there are a subset of programmes that are facing particularly acute challenges arising from the crisis. These include programmes of placement and international dimension, as well as those who are externally accredited. These programmes will require additional time and support to finalise their curricula, and we will give support to help colleges with that. It's also important to recognise that due to the circumstances of COVID-19, the teaching methods and continuous assessment elements may yet need to change for some modules, and students will be made aware of this at registration. Details of how we will record those changes centrally is yet to be established with colleges.
Okay, and I guess, John, these curriculum changes would have other knock-on effects in terms, for example, the registration of students. So will registration begin for the coming academic year?
So, Rob, student registration for the academic year 2021 will commence on August 18th. We have a small number of programmes where students will need to register at the start of August, but for the vast majority of students, registration will start from August 18 onwards. And we've taken the decision to open registration without any undue delay. Student registration, as you know, Rob, is critical as a business operation and underpins many of the key services we provide to students. And importantly for this year, it signals the students' commitment to studying in UCC, and that's something we're keen to monitor.
And I guess even before registration, John, we have our supplemental exams coming very soon. Is there anything you want to tell our colleagues about that?
Yes, Rob, the autumn supplemental exams will start on 31st of July and they will run until the 14th of August. The exam boards will follow shortly afterwards. As per the semester 2 assessments, lecturers, module coordinators, they're encouraged to liaise with their cohort of repeat students in advance, just to make sure the students are fully aware of assessment formats.
And I guess it probably would be no harm in reiterating the university's no academic disadvantage measure that will be in these current supplemental exams.
Yeah, absolutely. So students who are repeating semester 2 modules would not normally have their mark caps because of the no academic disadvantage measures, nor will they incur a fee. This includes a number of students who have opted to avail of the opportunity to resit a semester 2 module for a higher mark. And again, just to remind everyone with respect to semester 1 modules, general regulations in relation to capping of marks for repeat exams still apply. In other words, unless a student made a successful mitigation application, marks will be capped. Students repeating semester 1 modules will also not incur a fee for their supplemental exams.
Okay, that's good to have that clarity, John. And I guess finally, it's going to be a challenging year for everyone. But in particular, how do you plan to support our students during this coming academic year?
Yes, it will certainly be challenging, and there's still degrees of uncertainty. But I think, fortunately for UCC and for our staff and for our students and for our applicants, we've made significant investments in IT, and particularly in the CRM platform. And this, coupled with redesign of our service delivery model and the establishment of Student Central, means we're actually very well placed to support students on campus or remotely. And we've already proven that over the last number of months. And these investments and initiatives support a broad range of functions, and we now have facilities that allow students self-serve certification and to submit queries to specialist teams and individuals to assist them. So that's something that we're proud of, and something that we think would be of extreme benefit to students and applicants. I'd also just want to highlight that we have a website, ask.ucc, and that's really a gateway to many of our online services. And we'll be promoting that to students to make sure they're being routed to the appropriate team or specialist for assistance. And also, again, just to highlight, we have a fantastic online knowledge base, and students are availing of that. We know they are, and offices are routinely updating the articles within it. I just want to say one further item, Rob. Most importantly, in all of this actually, is that we have experienced and professional staff who have proven themselves to be highly adaptable and supportive of students despite current or indeed any circumstances. And above everything else, that should give us all confidence for the year ahead.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, John. Absolutely. So it's been incredibly useful, John, that session. So thank you ever so much for your time today.
Great. Thank you, Rob. Thanks for the
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.